Tesla's Fremont behemoth, where all Model X, Model S, and Model 3S are built, has to be one of the most famous car factories in the world, formerly for all the wrong reasons, more recently for all the right. The home of production hell, in Elon's words, it's where a previously boutique electric car company had to teach itself how to manufacture on a mass scale, in full view of the world. Today, I'm going to show you how Tesla builds cars. Before the start of the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe to Luxe Tech channel. Let's get started. Through a combination of ruthless streamlining, reducing the level of automation in some key areas, and the boss himself resorting to sleeping on the factory floor to get the logjam sorted, the Teslas are starting to flow, and so is the profit. In 2018, Fremont spat out 254,530 cars, 152% more than in 2017, and Musk insists the trajectory is right to produce 500,000 in 2019. That's 10,000 a week. Recently, Top Gear embarked on a marathon Tesla-based 24 hours, road tripping from San Francisco to Los Angeles in a Model 3 Performance, and attending the reveal of the new Model Y. But before all that, we had a chance to tour the Fremont factory. You could watch the video the entire day, but it was the factory that left the deepest impression. So, here's a gallery of what we found inside, along with some mind-scrambling numbers for good measure. Here we go. With such juicy employee discounts on the cars, row upon a row of destination chargers lines the factory lot. How long until all car parks look like this? Electric motors awaiting their new homes inside S, 3, or X. Fremont factory currently covers 5.3 million square feet of manufacturing and office space on 370 acres of land. Or, to use more familiar units, about 185 football pitches. And it's about to get a whole lot bigger. Tesla's expansion plans, approved in 2016, mean it will eventually double in size. Before Tesla picked it up for the bargain price of $42 million in 2010, the facility was home to GM from 1962 to 1982. Then, GM and Toyota's new United Motor Manufacturing, the NUMMI partnership from 1984 until 2009. Model 3's fully automated 3-stage stamping press. The first makes the shape, the second trim the edges, and the third punch the holes. Inspecting door panels coming off the press. Over 10,000 Tesla employees work at the Fremont factory, plus nearly 5,000 contractors. Since buying the factory in 2010, Tesla has spent over $3 billion on developing it. The best bit about the tour? You get to ride in this golf buggy train thing, driven by the world's most enthusiastic guide. Model S body in white being tugged along by an autonomous robot, programmed to follow the black line on the floor. Model 3s fly overhead. In the same amount of space that it takes to build 50,000 Model S's, Tesla can build 250,000 Model 3 vehicles. Model 3 line known as the Brick. Robots on the Model 3 body line. Floor-mounted arms are robots. The upside-down ones are known as robots. Get it? Model 3 battery from the Gigafactory in Nevada plugs into motors, suspension, and brakes before being married to the finished body 50 meters further down the line. One of the biggest metal presses in North America, that red cube weighs in at 500 tons and stamps out the entire body sides for the Model S. Scoop! Tesla is working on a flying car. Well, you wouldn't put it past him, would you? All batteries included. At the core is the battery. Unlike other automakers such as Audi, Toyota, or Mercedes, Tesla gives drivers access to the entire pack capacity. In the Model S, that means all 100 kilowatt hours are available to the owner, rather than always holding some capacity in reserve in the name of battery longevity. A Tesla engineer told Car and Driver that the company has always offered the entire pack in all of its vehicles. Batteries have a finite lifespan, and other automakers have decided that as some of the cells die, they will have backups available to take their place. For example, Audi's e-tron has a 95.3 kilowatt-hour capacity pack. That's a gross number though. The usable portion of the pack is actually 86.5 kilowatt hours. There are also slight variations in pack capacity, according to Tesla. The company told us that the capacity of the Model S battery lands between 100 and 105 kilowatt hours. During a drive in a Tesla-supplied Model S Long Range Plus, the vehicle gave me a warning that I was at 0 available miles and had used 96.2 kilowatt hours, but the 102.5 kilowatt hour pack itself still had about 6.3 kilowatt hours of energy left. Tesla says the system is built to work essentially like a gas tank with a reserve. The downside to giving drivers the entire pack from day one is that the battery degradation is more apparent. There's no buffer when cells stop working. Tesla offers an 8-year, 100,000 to 150,000 mile, depending on the vehicle model and variant, battery warranty that guarantees the pack retain a minimum of 70% battery capacity. Building those packs to last requires partnerships though. Tesla's ties with battery makers LG Chem and Panasonic are well known within the gigafactories. The companies work closely to extract as much efficiency as possible out of every cell that goes into a Tesla. But after years of working together, Tesla is branching out to other battery manufacturers, particularly CATL of China, and is likely exploring bringing the entire battery production system in-house for more control. Tesla recognizes that it's eventually going to hit a wall in terms of how much efficiency it can extract from a battery. Even at that point, Tesla told CD it will focus on making its battery denser, using cheaper materials and driving down the price per kilowatt hour. In the meantime, the latest range increase to 402 miles involved a new battery cell chemistry that resulted in higher density. Similar improvements have also permeated the lineup to the Model 3 and Model Y since the start of production, something that's possible thanks to close collaborations with its battery partners. It's likely more information will be shared during Tesla's Battery Day event next week. CEO Elon Musk is expected to unveil a pack with a 1 million mile lifespan and talk about the company's future of battery development. But again, it's not all about the battery. The efficiencies that lead to a vehicle with a 402-mile range from a 100 kilowatt-hour pack need to be spread out over the entire vehicle. Taming the powertrain. Reducing waste in the powertrain increases range. The more efficient a motor, the more time an EV will stay on the road. Tesla told Car and Driver that the motor in the Model S has gone from 80% efficient to 90% efficient, with peak efficiency at 94% during the EPA test cycles. According to Tesla, if you improve motor efficiency by 8 to 10%, the range will improve by 15 to 18%. Tesla also told us that its inverter, which takes DC energy and converts it to 3-phase AC from the motor, is 96 to 97% efficient. At peak, the inverter is almost 99% efficient. Of course, there's still the matter of converting AC electricity to DC when plugged into a level 1 or 2 charger. Tesla didn't elaborate on that efficiency, which is also dependent on your local electrical infrastructure, but it's much less efficient than that. The use of an electric oil pump for the gearbox reduces energy usage by only spraying oil when needed. This is in addition to making the bearings and seals more efficient. A Tesla engineer told us that the company has spent the past 10 years building MATLAB models of where all the energy is flowing. From that, it's determined where the vehicles experience losses due to inefficiencies. The team then goes in and continually tweaks the hardware to increase efficiency. Additional secondary improvements can be pushed via over-the-air updates. All of these improvements are added to vehicles when they're ready. Unlike most other automakers, the company doesn't keep to a model year refresh schedule. If the motor is more efficient, it goes in the car when it's ready, along with other tweaks. Which is how, in the middle of summer, the company announced the Model S Long Range Plus had broken the 400-mile range mark. That network connection to the vehicle goes both ways. Tesla has been able to take anonymized data from vehicles and used it to make adjustments to the software. It can see how a large section of vehicles are traveling and use that information to help it determine adjustments to future software and hardware iterations. All of this tweaking and tinkering, trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of components, requires many of the elements used in the vehicle to be built in-house. In other words, Tesla's efficiencies require being Tesla-built. That also extends to keeping those cars on the road. Supercharging everywhere. For years, traditional automakers didn't want to get into the charging business. Tesla went the other direction, building out its own supercharging network. The team that built the vehicle's charger actually built the first supercharger station. With that came the trip planner that was initially built by a vehicle engineer. Combined, it has given the automaker a leg up over EVs from other companies because of the system's ease of use and the number of locations. In the United States alone, there are more than 1,000 of the world's approximately 1,900 stations. All of these US stations use a proprietary connection. Unlike the rest of the industry, which is moving to CCS DC fast-charging ports, Tesla has gone its own way. While the company would like to be the standard, it was unlikely that that would ever happen. While the first supercharger added roughly 70 miles of range to a Model S in 15 minutes, the current Model S gains 160 miles in the same time period. Unsurprisingly, Tesla told Car and Driver that the next Model S will support even quicker charging. Thanks for watching, guys! If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to Luxe Tech channel, and turn on post notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video!